I think this is going to be a really good fight.
All right, black
Very
trunks for
high face.
Polito, the champion. Pink trunks for the challenger, Conor Harrell. 5 rounds for the title.
Now, Conor is no stranger to a high pace, and I think that's going to make the difference in this fight. Now, I think Hector has more power and better boxing, but I think Conor's pace is going to wear on him onto Hector in the later rounds. But he's definitely mixing it up well, throwing some spinny kicks, some big combinations. But this is a fast pace. This is a very fast pace, and so if Hector can stick with this, then it'll be good for him. But Conor is very...
Look at the hand speed again, following it with kicks, using all his weapons early as Polito the champ.
Now, Conor blocked 99% of those shots, but it only takes one to get through to really crack you. And now, like I said, this is the pace that Conor likes to fight at. So if Hector can keep this up, that was a beautiful catch and return from Hector.
Hector's hand speed is phenomenal. The left eye of Harrell already starting to redden and swell a little bit.
This fight, as soon as it was announced, I knew it was going to be a banger. And these guys are just going at it right away.
Yeah, it's a don't blink fight.
Yeah, Conor's throwing a lot of rear round kicks, and I think the lead hand of Hector is just a little too fast for him right now.
So starting to see that creativity going up and down, working the body, working the head, working the kicks.
Now
a low kick, so Polito using all his weapons early here in round 1.
Yeah, he needs to use more weapons because I think this is Polito's downfall is that he throws too many strikes that aren't getting through. Some of them are getting through, but too many of them aren't, and that he gets tired in the later rounds.
We'll see, yeah.
When he throws his... But he looks fine
right
now.
That offense was also serving as a good defense. Conor couldn't really get off because of the pace and the speed of Polito.
No, that's exactly what I was expecting from the first round in this fight was Hector putting it on him. And now I expect Conor to settle in a little bit like he did in the last State Line Rumble. He got poured on and then he weathered the storm and settled in, but sometimes, I mean, Hector looked pretty fresh at the end of that round, so I don't know what to say.
Like I said, some of these are not getting through, but that one right hand and that left to the body certainly connected cleanly.
Yeah.
And just, wow.
Sometimes even the glancing ones can catch you on the back of the head. And
that little uppercut was solid too there.
Yeah. Those tight uppercuts will definitely rock you.
Conor's smiling though. He's like, let's go, round 2.
He's used to this. He's used to getting whooped on by way better people. But like I said, Hector looks fresh going into this second round, so that could be a problem for Conor if he doesn't get on his lead foot.
We've got 5 rounds here to determine the champ.
Another head kick.
On his back foot, back on his foot. Yes, him on that back foot.
Conor's throwing more head kicks, more volume this time. He's on the front foot.
Well, I'm sure that was part of the instruction, right? In between rounds was let's go, get on the horse a little bit. Let's get it going.
Definitely.
But Polito with some big strikes.
And what I like from Hector here, he's not putting everything into these strikes. He's just letting them go. And then he threw a head kick up at the end. But you know what? This is going to wear on him if he doesn't be careful. Hector's thrown a lot of great strikes, but a lot.
But his coaches want more. They're calling for more. So let's go.
Because he's winning. At this point, he's winning. So why not? He's definitely winning, but Conor, this is what Conor does. He kind of settles in, and then he starts to pick you apart. As soon as you start to run out of energy, which that was like, what, a 20-something punch combination from Hector? My gosh, the way that he threw that with the fluidity, that's admirable there. Like what he's doing right now.
Yeah.
Not throwing huge shots, but as you can see, his body language has changed. Hector's body language has changed.
Conor trying to work the leg kicks,
but
not much by way of punches yet.
But what Hector does extremely well, and what he should do, is that counter Conor's leg kicks with his punches.
Look at that sequence.
Massive combinations
Great
from
speed
Hector.
from Polito.
And he's catching those kicks with the back of his hand and firing with his other hand, and that's It's such a good counter. He's doing extremely well with that. We've got 30 seconds left. Connor seems to be down 2. It was 10 seconds.
Yeah.
They confused me again. But it looks like 2-1 right now. Hector's volume is just too
He's
high.
been doubling up. I would say, I think it's even more than that.
Probably more than 2
talking
to
a
1.
ratio, yeah.
3-1.
Yeah, Connor's just not able. He is landing some kicks, but Polito just keeps hitting the gas pedal. And you know, like you said, not all are landing cleanly, but he is landing definitely more of the significant strikes in this fight.
In that situation, Connor needs to grab him, throw a knee, then turn him, and then push off and get out of there, throw another kick. But he's just staying in that range, and that's exactly where Hector wants to be. He has so much success there. I mean, look at all these shots get through, and then he throws a head kick on the end of it. He might be wearing a little bit, but
what does Connor have to do to keep Polito at range a little bit?
Jab.
He gets inside so quickly.
Jab.
Yeah, he has not thrown many punches. He's been working the leg kicks.
If you hit somebody with a stiff jab a couple of times, they're going to think about it before they enter every single time. But instead of the jab, he's throwing the kicks. And when he throws the kicks to lead, Hector can counter with the punches.
Yep.
So he needs to throw more punches out there just to put them out there and follow up with the kicks. Hector seems to be slowing down, but he's waiting for that counter so that he can come with a barrage. That's what he has the most success with.
Caught it again, moves
There
inside.
It is. Yep. Connor's throwing a little bit more punches this round because Hector isn't throwing as much. This is what makes me think that he's starting to get tired, but at the same time, he's winning, so he doesn't have to go crazy.
Right. He needs one more round. That's a dangerous game to play, obviously, but he's certainly up 2 rounds to none right now. There was a nice knee to the midsection, followed with a whipping kick.
Very good combination to end with a leg kick as well. Connor's throwing single shots. He needs to throw multiple shots to get Hector on his back
hard
foot.
against this opponent. And again, right in front of us, Polito, putting it on Harrell here in round 3. The champion is doing work.
This is not good for Connor.
Just ferocious. Connor's trying to guard and keep away, but he just cannot get Polito at range.
Connor is not using his hands to back him up. He's trying to use his legs and his knees, and that's not going to back him up. That's only going to get him closer to you because you counter the kicks with a punch, and when you knee, you have to be close so he
Polito
can punch
has
you.
done that through the first 2 rounds and now round 3.
Yeah.
Countering all those kicks with punches that turn into
Right there.
big combinations.
He catches that kick. He's waiting for it, and that's honestly the perfect counter to it.
Oh, that was a heavy shot there. Hector Polito is in his bag at State Line Rumble 4, defending his title for the first time.
Mike Sim just asked Connor if he was all right. He said he was okay.
Connor was, kind of like laughing at the crowd at the end of round 2. He acknowledged his fans. And so I don't think he's really hurt or anything. He's just, I think just the speed and the volume. It's just hard for him to get off. Rob Madrigal taking a close look in there.
Connor's all right. He's tough.
Yeah.
I know he is. I put this kid through hell too in our sparring sessions. I know he's tough as nails and can keep coming forward, but the pressure is just very difficult for him to deal with right now. Hector is just so efficient with his hands.
Game-changing speed.
In the red corner, your referee,
and I think Connor Harrell needs a finish, and that seems like a tall task where we are right now in this fight.
Yeah,
he needs a big round 4 right here.
Yeah, Connor's not a big power guy, but Hector is. So as we get into later rounds, that power might play a big part in Hector's game if he starts cracking him.
Angles, there you go. Outside leg kick. Outside leg, here you go. Hey, kick the hands, hands your feet.
They're saying to kick the hands, and that's a great idea because if you kick the hands, you can't punch.
Again,
that's what he's doing.
Polito, just a barrage of strikes. Ooh.
4th round, Hector is still coming in
He's
fast
starting to
and
bully him.
hard. Good knee, good lead knee.
But like you
a
said, it's
body.
one and done for Connor.
Yeah.
And that's not gonna cut it here. Oh, Polito letting the hands go a little bit more now in round 4.
Connor's looking a little tired here.
Yeah, he has taken a lot of shots in this fight. Not all power shots, but some of those to the body are nasty.
Yeah, he's really loading up on those.
How tough is Connor Harrell, though?
I wish Connor would come back with a straight right counter, but he's not throwing his hands enough. He's just accepting the punches coming at him.
He can't really, point fighting isn't going to get him the victory right now, so he's going to have to take some chances with his hands, I think.
100%. That's the only way out of this right now. He's down 4-1 right now.
Yeah, he cannot beat Polito at that game, especially on the scorecards, so he's got to go for it.
He's very tired right now. You can tell.
Yeah.
And Hector's throwing.
But
so is Hector. Look at Hector.
Yeah, Connor doesn't look to be as defending as
good body kick.
That was nice.
That was a really, I think that connected a little bit, and Hector's very tired, but he's got no quit. He just keeps coming forward.
I will say, though, it was at the end of round 3 where Harrell came back, landed those kicks in the knee to finish Nathan Elm at State Line Rumble 3, so we'll see if he can pull something like that off
in the 5th round.
In the 5th round, but it's a title fight and he's fighting the champ. It's a different situation.
Yeah, Hector's definitely tired, but you can tell Connor is visibly tired as well. So that was the last body kick that landed, and it seemed like it kind of hurt Hector, but it wasn't enough. Connor isn't putting enough behind these shots to make Hector respect him and stop coming forward.
Yeah, and correction, that was Damian Davis who Harold put it on, not Nathan Elm. Polito beat Elm for the title at State Line Rumble 3. So there's
that was
Jeremy
a great fight as well.
Talking to Hector Polito.
We got Toon Singh and Jeremy in the corner of Hector. We've got Seth Mangold and Gustavo Rodriguez in the corner of
bunch of local legends up in that cage.
I know, right? There's so much experience in that cage. More experience than all of Rockford in that cage when they're all in there.
Yeah. All right, round 5 for the title between Harrell and Polito.
Connor cracks a smile, but I don't know if he's looking super confident right now.
Well, he's starting to go for it a little bit more than we've seen in previous rounds. Got off a really nice sequence there. And Polito was able to answer.
Connor just doesn't put enough behind his punches to make him stop Hector in his tracks.
The forward progress, yeah.
So
Hector just keeps marching.
Yeah, he's just going to keep doing it.
Look at this.
Putting it on him in the 5th
in round 5, still bringing it. That's champ stuff right there.
Yep, that's how
you
do it.
Up 4 rounds to none. But still bringing it hard in round 5. That's some champ stuff right there.
You never stop going for it. That's the championship mentality. For sure. And like I said, he's not even throwing hard shots, man. He's just throwing. And
he has picked some targets where he's put something more into it, but more or less he's trying to win the battle there. Is he going to?
He's tired right
he's
now.
He's going to dump Harrell there.
Will that be
Look at this. Here we go.
Connor is trying to take over right now. The cardio is speaking. I told you those punches were going to add up.
Polito, the knees are coming. This is just like what he did to Davis.
Exactly.
At State Line Rumble 3. Is it enough?
Oh! Cheap kick to the face.
Does he have enough time?
Hector is exhausted. He's barely got any. And he's still throwing.
This is amazing. Look at these two warriors.
Can they pull it out?
Championship round.
Who's got more left in the tank?
Oh, big shot that stunned Connor Harrell. Polito trying to finish.
Another knee.
Time is short. End of
10
round
seconds. 5. Connor's got to go. And still.
But listen, a young Connor Harrell with his first title fight That's going to be a great learning experience for him. He definitely learned some things tonight and showed himself well. Very tough. A lot of lesser fighters would have gone down at some point from the barrage or from fatigue.
What concerns me is like, yeah, I don't know. It just kind of got ran over. It's not like a skill issue. It's just an approach issue, you know.
I think Connor thought there was around 6 there for a moment. He came out looking
ready to go again. I don't know. Hector put it on him for the whole 5 rounds. I had a feeling it might be like that. I thought it would change in the later rounds, but Hector stayed strong, stayed on the gas pedal the entire fight.
It was a very impressive performance by the champion. And Conor Harrell showed himself to be a tough, game-worthy opponent here in this kickboxing championship fight.
Showing respect to his former coaches.
Yeah.
Gustavo used to train at De La Rosa, and now he trains at NICC. But we're all still cool. We all still train together, and we all just love the sport.
Big round of applause for both fighters. Here's the decision.
We have a unanimous decision. Judge number 1 scoring this fight 50-45. Judge number 2 scoring this fight 50-45. Judge number 3 scoring this fight 49-46. For your winner, fighting out of the red corner, Hector El Diablo.
It was a great fight. Much respect to Conor for staying in there. And
first title defense for Hector Pulido. Promoter John Moore going to strap that belt on him again. And that was an outstanding performance by the champion Hector Pulido.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen,
all right, so